Peace and pugilism. Fight fanatics is Myron Magnus in another segment of Boxing Logics United. What the hell was that from Josh Taylor? Thank you for an unexpected segment of Boxing Logics United. Okay. I'm rewatching the fight again right now. As we speak, thanks to the great app called ESPN Plus. Oh man. Josh Taylor. What did we not see? Reaper Gang Radio. Two hands in the building. Lisa Bell's in the building. Josh Taylor was not in the building. I don't know who that was. Is it who I expected? Because I thought Josh Taylor may have been an overachiever. I thought Josh Taylor was a bit of an overachiever thus far. I think we're seeing who he really is now, though. Now, question. Did Josh Taylor fight down to his competition? Let me know. Did Josh Taylor fight down to his competition? Was it the knee injury that he had to recover from, which he was saying in the post-fight comments? I don't know. But this Josh Taylor we just saw, needs to throw Terrence Bud Crawford out of his mind. Real talk. And I'm watching it right now. This Josh Taylor, he ain't coming nowhere near a Terrence Bud Crawford. And I will say after tonight, after we see how Gary Antoine Russell do versus Postol, he may need to perhaps, if he won't look to take, let's say at a 14-0, 25 years old, at this state of his career, maybe Josh Taylor need to take an easy bout after this fight. He needs to take perhaps an easy match. Let me get more centered up. And that easy match may be against Gary Antoine Russell. Okay, so after we see Gary Antoine Russell tonight versus Victor Postol, let's see performance. We don't know if he'll win or lose. But if he's to win tonight versus Victor Postol, maybe Josh Taylor need to take it easy. His fight need to take a light touch in Gary Antoine Russell. I wonder how that would turn out. I think Gary Antoine Russell would. I think Gary Antoine Russell would welcome that. You know what I mean? It is available already. Holy guacamole. Toby Bartlett, what's up? Peace of pugilism to you, champ. Gary got hands, bro. He different. Postol will tell it all because Josh struggled with Postol. Yes, I think we need to see. Okay, so we're on the right plane right here. I want to see how Gary Antoine Russell does against Postol tonight. And however that turns out, we may need to see Josh Taylor versus Gary Antoine Russell. Real talk. Because I'm sure Josh Taylor going to want an easy touch. He's going to want an easy touch after this tough match right here. He wants his knee to get healthy a little bit more. You know what I mean? Let's see how that turns out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need to see how that turns out. Oh, my tooth looking all glossy from that angle. Shit. I love that fight too. That's why I want to see it. Because I've been suspect of look, I've been suspect of Josh Taylor. He beat Jose Ramirez, and I had him losing versus Jose Ramirez. Um, but that just tell me Jose Ramirez was not as good as I thought he was. Um, I think Gary Antoine Russell is as good as I think he is, but I need to see him tonight versus Victor Postol. I think Regis Prograis was a little rated a little high, and I think I think what we're seeing, honestly, the 140 division ain't that deep with talent, you know, and Josh Taylor was able to rise to the top with the talent level from what we see here in 140. When Terrence Crawford left 140, it left it kind of dry because Prograis, Hooker, Ramirez, all these guys are good. But, you know, how good was the question. Now, ooh, round 5. Nice two-piece by Catterall. Nice two-piece by Catterall. I'm rewatching the fight again. And Catterall is like, how good is he? It's hard to. I mean, the southpaw definitely. It seemed like the southpaw stance definitely. Was it the southpaw stance that bothered Josh Taylor, y'all? MMA best surgeon, what's up? Phoebe. Phoebe Christian says, I think Taylor didn't bother to train for this one because any other night, Catterall's easy work. Okay, I posed that question earlier too. Is Taylor? Is Taylor? Did he fight down to his competition? That thought came to my mind. But this bad though, that perhaps could have been it. Once your boy Josh Taylor beat, you know, a couple of American fighters that was on the world level, he thinking fighting anybody else domestic could have been a step down. Although it seemed like Jack Catterall, I don't see skill wise how he posed so many problems to Josh Taylor. I'm thinking, was it only specifically, okay, did Josh Taylor underestimate him? And is it the southpaw stance that giving Josh Taylor the problem? Is Josh Taylor southpaw? Taylor lost. Toby Bartlett said Taylor lost tonight. He needs to move up, in my opinion. Boy, he said in the post fight that he probably most likely got a couple more fights at 140. So it looked like that might not happen no time soon. Myron, you the best. Much love, Uncle. Shut your ass up. Man. What's up, man? How you been? You stupid. That whole card is fire. Which part? Which card? You talking about the next one? Yeah, because um you got Cole on the joint too. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm waiting for that too. Bo Mac got the barbecue grill out, ready to get that Scotland money. It sure does look like it. It sure does look like it. Ronald Finkley, what's up, man? Peace and pugilism. Carol always, Carol always been asked to me. Hey, let me be honest. I don't know. I've never watched the man fight. This is the first fight I've seen Jack Catterall, and from watching this fight, I can see why you say that, two hands. I can see why you say that. Because he didn't, to be honest, Jack Catterall didn't show me anything in this fight. But Taylor kept getting hit. Yeah, Taylor's fighting that. Yo, this is a southpaw versus southpaw match. That's why maybe it gave your boy Taylor so much. He's fighting a fellow southpaw person where he's used to fighting orthodox. Maybe that caused problems. The southpaw versus southpaw screwed them up. Well, it definitely looked like Catterall adjusted much better at fighting a southpaw than Taylor did. So, see, and also, you know what I noticed about Josh Taylor? You know what Josh Taylor's biggest problem, one of his biggest problems is? Real talk. Josh Taylor doesn't know how to fight long. This is the first time you're going to hear this problem. I don't know if I doubt if I'm the, who the fuck is you? I doubt if I'm the first to make this, block you. I doubt if I'm the first to make this assessment on Josh Taylor, but now I really notice it. Josh Taylor can't fight long. He has the height advantage against this dude, but he always comes down and fights down to his opponent in size. That's stupid to me. That's stupid. Josh Taylor don't use no length. It seemed like, though, Josh Taylor don't have the longest length for his height. But, he fights down. He makes himself smaller. That guy, what's up? PBC fights come on tonight. Told me by Mr. Ronald Finkley, sir, what's up? For Catterall is a good fighter, but in the build up over the last week, Taylor hasn't seemed interested. However, Taylor lost tonight. A lot of people agree with you, Phoebe. A lot of people. He's a basic ass ham sandwich with. He's stupid as shit. Hell yeah. PBC. PBC 10 p.m. tonight. What's popping at Toby Bartlett already? Hey, we got some good fight. We got Colbert fighting tonight, and we got Gary Antoine Russell fighting Victor Postol. Postol is 38 years older, but it's a good, measurement fight for Gary Antoine Russell. That guy is in the building. What's up, that guy? Ham sandwich. Basic ham sandwich with no mayo. That's exactly what Catterall looks like. But, it seemed like he drew Josh Taylor into him and was trying to counter Josh. But I think maybe the southpaw stance is going to hurt him. And if that's the case, Gary Antoine Russell fights the southpaw as well. Lisa Bell said he could have overlooked Catterall. He was just calling Tank out. Yeah, but I guess we see how well that does for you when you overlook any opponent. Catterall was undefeated, 26-0. You know what I mean? But Taylor probably assumed that he wasn't on his level. But Taylor looked horrible tonight. Taylor did not look good. Andrew Tucker's World in the building. I'm blocked from your channel, bro, again. What the hell you mean you blocked? How? Major Key say block. Were you just on? How? Who blocked Major Key? Easy work. What's up, champ? Long time no see. Who the fuck you mean he blocked? How are you blocked, Major Key? Oh, hold up. Man, I'm gonna go to ESPN and check you out. But yo, man, what y'all think of the fight, man? Crawford. Look, anybody want? Oh, well. Yeah, I just bought that too. Man, there's the link, man. Shoot the shit we want. See what the fuck is going on with people being blocked. I go to YouTube studio. Man, that is crazy. This dude, yeah, but far as how this dude looked, Garrett Anton Russell need to go and get in that ass. Yeah, this hunky 121, we agree. Crawford just tweeted, "Stop disrespecting me. I'm different." Who was he talking to? Fucking that was the Josh Taylor. There we go. How the fuck?
What's good, fam?
What's up? How the hell you getting blocked?
I have no idea, bro. I have no idea because like I was like dropping comments and you know me trolling you at the beginning every time I pop up. I'm like, oh shit, my Ron's live. I was like, yo, why you been ducking me, son? You know what I'm saying? And just talking my shit. And then I'm like, okay, like he skipped over my shit.
Turn it to an instant boxing brew. Pull out the bottle.
Yeah, man. So shit, man. So I'm talking shit, but then I start talking about the fights and shit like that. And I'm commenting. I see you like go from the comment before me to the comment after me, and I'm like, is he like purposely skipping over me? So I know that when you block, all you gotta do is like exit out of the chat and you go back in. And if your comments are not there, that means you block.
No,
so I exited out and I went back in and I was blocked.
Yeah, you know what? None of your comments shows at all. So it's not even about you being blocked. Your comments ain't showing. Did you curse or something?
No, it's that means that one of your mods hid me as user.
Nobody
you know when you hide a user, so you got I mean I could do the research for you, but you have to find the last time where you actually could see a comment of mine and unhide the user. You know what I mean? But that's basically what happened.
No, it's impossible. I didn't see that. How many times I didn't see not one of your comments come through, champ? That's what I'm telling to you. I didn't see not one come through on the entire thread. I would have seen one because I've been here.
That's what I'm saying. So that means I was blocked before.
Oh,
that's what I mean. So somebody blocked me in the previous at a previous live or something. I mean, I don't give a fuck because I just call you or click your link. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. That's why I text you to let you know. You know what I'm saying? Like these fucking haters,
cool.
bro.
No, that's not cool. That's not cool. I'm like, who the fuck did that to you, though? That pisses me off. Boxing Source, what's up, baby?
Man, he got his ass cooked. He got cooked. He got cooked.
Man, it looked horrible, bro. He looked like some shit.
Man.
Okay, look, right now, we're going to have a new show. This is right now called the Low Blow Boxing Show. Do I need to go edit this? Yes. The Low Blow Boxing Show. Because let's just talk shit. Fuck that. I've been gone for a minute. The Low Blow Boxing Show. They call this bitch the Low Blow Boxing Show. Because, goddamn it, Taylor looked like some trash.
Man.
Yeah, he looked like some trash, bro. The whole boxing show, it was just, oh man, it was just I don't know. What would y'all call that?
Man.
It was sloppy.
Yeah, it was absolutely sloppy, man. Look, I mean, I saw Taylor, man. I was watching from round 1 to round 12, and Taylor, here's the thing with Josh Taylor, right? Josh Taylor has this style of fighting where he, Jameson, where he comes forward a lot and tries to outwork his opponents on the inside. But the problem is that sometimes he has to use his jab in order to come inside and then work on the inside. But here against Jack Catterall, he really couldn't use the jab because Catterall kept moving away from it, bobbing his head or moving down so that, Taylor was missing a jab. And
Taylor wasn't even throwing the jab hard. He was just like pouring it out there.
Exactly. And the thing was, when he was throwing a jab, he was throwing it forward to where he was going forward so much that he didn't have a choice but to get on the inside and tie up Jack Catterall. If he didn't, then he was going to eat counters. And that's what happened. Jack Catterall was landing left uppercuts.
He was waiting for him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was waiting for him a lot. But at a distance, Jack Catterall was beating Josh Taylor to the punch.
I just said that. I made that comment before you got on. I don't know if you heard it. Josh Taylor fights down to his size. He doesn't use his length. He doesn't know how to fight long at all. From what I noticed. He fought the same way versus Prograis. He was fighting. He fought a little bit. He fought longer, better, I think, versus Jose Ramirez when he snuck in a couple of good long joints. He lunged in there, but he didn't want to stay inside too long. But he doesn't know how to fight long at all.
No, he doesn't.
Let me ask y'all a question. Because I didn't.
And try to ruffle and get you on the inside. And that shit ain't going to work against most of us.
Let me ask y'all a question because I was literally like listening to somebody calling the fight, right? But I didn't get to watch it. I'm hoping to get back because I'm out doing things right now. But I'm hoping to get back to watch the Showtime one later on. But I didn't get to watch that. I was just listening, as I was driving. So from what I'm hearing though, right? It looked like a tough fight, right? And then there was some points deducted or something like that. And again, I'm just going based on the mental picture that I could create based on somebody else talking, right? But I would like to hear because Catterall was undefeated. So was he like? Did he look like up to par? Because Josh Taylor just a few months ago was like revered as, oh my gosh, this guy's the best at 140s. You know what I'm saying? This and that. Or is Jack Catterall that good? Because I know Two Hands said he ham sandwich with no mayo. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and Two Hands put like this. Two Hands was halfway correct. He was like a ham sandwich with mayo on one slice.
Okay, I got you.
That's it. Because all he had was that straight left.
Well,
he had mayo on one slice of bread. I get, I just make it boost it up maybe a little bit because he should have won this fight. But Two Hands was definitely correct. Mayo on one side, and that's a dry ass motherfucking ham sandwich. You ain't eating that shit unless that ham sandwich has been baked really well.
Listen,
with some aluminum foil on top, keep that juices in. That's the only way that ham sandwich is coming out.
True, man.
That was
Jack Catterall was a ham sandwich with mayo on one side. Then tonight, Josh Taylor was a plain ass damn sandwich with no meat in between the joints. All right, listen,
man, bro. Dry bread.
Dry bread, bro. No butter, no mayo, no mustard, none of that, man. It was dry bread in this fight. Like he couldn't do much of anything, man. Like I said, here's the thing. Like I was saying with Josh Taylor, right? His style is to the point where if you have him against a guy that comes forward like a Jose Carlos Ramirez, or to a certain extent like a Regis Prograis, then he could look pretty good. But against somebody that has like a constant jab, that moves his head, that knows where he is at around the ring, good observation. Use his range very well. Josh Taylor is straight up and down, no special effects. That's what he looked like in this particular fight.
He looked like the basic ass ham sandwich with no mayo. And Catterall looked like he had just one bit of mayo on. I mean, that mayo was at the bottom of the bottom of the jar. He had to scrape that shit. You maybe throw a little bit of water in the mayo to try to like shake that
Nah,
shit.
nah, nah.
It maybe pour it on the guy.
Josh Taylor was the ham sandwich with mayo, and Jack Catterall was the ham sandwich with cheese in this particular fight. You know,
Damn, bro.
that's what
Yo,
it looked
you
like.
know what's crazy about this shit? I'm glad that I didn't watch the
He
fight
wasn't
because
that good.
I don't eat pork. I don't eat pork. So fuck ham. I don't
He wasn't
I
that
don't even
good.
eat
Listen,
pork. So I'm
No,
glad I
okay,
didn't watch this
a
shit.
ham
all
sandwich
right,
with
all right,
cheese?
all right, all right.
No, you crazy? You
A
just
fish
you
sandwich.
bumped
All right,
that up to gourmet
listen.
level. What type, especially what type of cheese you talking? You can't give him no cheese. You
Josh
crazy?
Taylor was a plain fish sandwich with no tartar sauce. All right,
Oh, damn, don't go there. Is that bad?
it was that
Now you
bad.
talk our language, bro. You remember the fish sandwiches were at the Chinese stores back in the days for like $1.25? You know what I'm saying? Yo, damn, is that bad, bro?
Hey,
Don't
hey,
tell me
hey,
it
hey, hey, hey! I
was
don't need
that
a
bad.
tartar
We
sauce
talking
on
on
my
the same
fish
thing.
sandwich to make it good though. If that motherfucker's been baked right, if it's some haddock, give me some haddock, give me some bass, some croaker. Maybe put some
Yo, but
mayo
the
and
bread
ketchup. I can
wasn't
see that.
the bread wasn't all that moist though in those Chinese stores, so you needed that tartar sauce. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
needed that tartar sauce.
Some tartar sauce is some trash though. Some tartar
man.
sauce is some trash. It gotta be the right tartar sauce. I've had some trash
Yeah,
tartar sauce. So I only give him the tartar
Damn.
sauce. You crazy as hell.
damn.
Jack
Yeah,
Catterall had, put it like this. Catterall had all the lubrication on his sandwich. That's about it. Or maybe that was the wrong word. Maybe he had all if any sandwich had a condiment on it, it was Catterall's. Taylor's was just dry as fuck.
yeah,
You
it
know,
was dry, man.
man, you might have choked off that shit. You might need a drink. It was sauce. Low blow boxing flow. Yeah, this is the low blow. What?
All right.
How bad did? How?
Oh shit. We
What
got
other
Troy
analogy
grabbing the
you can
food
use for
now.
that?
We talking about food, man. Troy Graham about to turn this shit into a fucking cuisine episode and shit, bro. Talking about ham sandwiches and tartar sauce and shit. Troy,
Troy
don't do
wants
it,
to come
man.
in now. Oh Lord. Troy,
All right,
Troy
but
did.
yo,
Come on, Troy. Go ahead.
Oh, shout out,
What's up?
my bad. Let me just say, let me say salute to everybody in the chat because I did actually say what's up to everybody, to Lisa Bales, that guy, Ronald Finkley, you know what I'm saying? Two hands. I said shout out to everybody when I came in, but for some reason my shit didn't pop up. But I did say salute to everybody, you know what I mean? So shout out to you guys since you guys didn't see it.
Low blow boxing flow with the Jameson boxing brew. Okay. Great comment. Let's call out all the great comments. Okay. Reaper Gang said he wasn't no haddock. He wasn't no haddock. He had it. He wasn't haddock. He had it. You right. He had it. He had that. That shit was horrible. Y'all talk this shit, man. I ain't been on live.
man, that shit was
Troy.
terrible,
Troy,
terrible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Really
sir.
fired.
what's
Well,
up?
bless up, man. You know, is it possible that he probably was looking ahead to a possible fight with Crawford, which is
That's
why he
very much
stuck up,
possible. But
which is
hey,
why he stunk up the place the way he did?
you can't look that stunk up even if you look past a person, Troy. So I hear what you're saying. I agree. But even if you look past a person, you don't stink it up that bad versus a fighter who's still maybe many people probably saw on the domestic level. People,
Yeah, you're dropping the ball if you do that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That
bro.
you're
Yeah,
supposed to make
bro.
a case for it. Yeah.
Well, balls dropped.
Yeah, he dropped the ball. Big time. What's up, Troy? What's up, Major? What's up, Boxing Swords? We
Yeah,
need two
man.
more
Good.
people in here. Y'all go ahead, kick it up.
Yeah, well, good to see you back, man. He looked. I mean, it was the first time I seen him fight, and I was like, "This is the guy they talking about that's gonna fight Crawford. This guy." He
This
was
your
getting
first time?
tagged.
This your first time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That was a poor then. I mean, it was poor then.
He got caught by this 1-2, which was just nice. He was getting moved around the ring. It was just terrible, man. And he came in there with gray, with gray trunks. You don't come in with gray trunks. You got to be colorful and bright. You know, you got to live, man.
He was horrible. That's all I can say.
What the fuck does the color of his fucking trunks have to do anything, Troy?
What do you think about gray, right? You know, what do you think about Major? When you think about gray, you don't think about nothing but sadness and gloom and doom. You don't see nothing. See what I'm saying? It kind of puts you in the mindset of failure.
Great interjection, Major.
Man.
What the fuck did you trying to y'all got?
Man, this is supposed to be one of them damn homecoming fights and shit for Josh Taylor. I thought he was gonna go in there and just go through this guy, Jack Catterall, and Jack Catterall schooled his ass, man. I'm sorry, he schooled his
Yes,
ass.
he did.
If man, when they had that thing where like I said, Taylor was smothering his work, and then that referee, when he took away that first point, the Jack Catterall, man, I was so pissed off. I was like, man, don't do this shit, man. You gonna at that point I thought they were gonna take that shit away from him. I missed
that point. What did he take the point away for? Because of the head. I mean
the head, arm around the head. But the thing is, when Catterall came forward,
my man's in the Taylor, in the building.
When Catterall came forward, Taylor dipped down. So when Taylor dipped down, that's when that referee stepped in and was saying, "Oh, we're gonna take away a point from Catterall." You know what I'm saying? And then you get later in the fight, then they take that point back because Josh Taylor hit Catterall in the body well after the bell rang. So I'm like, okay, but them last 2 rounds, Jack Catterall was hitting them crisp with them jabs and the 1-2s and the left uppercut.
I seen him give him a hell of a fucking body blow like shit.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He did. Now you see Andrew's shirt. He came in all bright blue and he ready to do something. If he was dressed in, man, if he was dressed in gray, you would have kept him on mute, right?
Hey man, all I need is 2 minutes, man. Cause I gotta go.
I should say that to my wife.
Listen, man. I only got 2 minutes, man, because I need to go to the hood, man, and go check on grandmama and my uncle. You know what I'm saying? Right. And go put some and go handle some business. You know what I'm saying? With some young soldiers. But like I'm gonna say this, man.
I'm gonna say with a cool head.
No. It's all good. I'm respected over there. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let me finish what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is this, bro. That was worse than what George Kambosos Jr. did to Teofimo Lopez. That was worse.
You know what? I was comparing. I was watching the fight. I was like, "This is a
bro."
I saw the connection too.
Bro, that was worse. Like literally, I just got through doing live commentary. And all I got to say, I could not. They wanted me to stay like keep that live up for a little bit more. I couldn't even talk no more. I couldn't say nothing else because it was very disgraceful, very disgraceful, very embarrassing, very embarrassing. How you could just clearly. I mean, it wasn't even no highway robbery, nigga. That's like robbing the bank, nigga, and escaping, nigga, with no evidence and no proof, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas better stop playing with me. That young man got robbed, bro. I had it scored 8 rounds to 4. And the only reason why I had it scored 8 rounds to 4 because that point deduction, my nigga. That point they took. That's the only reason why.
That point for what though? Why'd they take the point?
They took a point. I don't even know. I don't even kill them.
That's why I asked. I
don't even kill them. That young man got robbed, my nigga. And y'all talking about, listen, I love Josh Taylor. I do. I really do.
You
but
my nigga up all the time.
I love Josh Taylor. Listen. Yes, I do. I did. And I still love Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? He wanted the split decision they gave to him is all good. But that nigga clearly lost. And if you ever talking about stepping in the ring with Terrence Bud Crawford, nigga, the shots you was getting hit with tonight, you getting put to sleep. I promise you. That boy getting put to sleep. Put him in there. I dare, hey, Bob Arum, I dare you to set it off. I dare you. Just like my brother Reaper Gang Radio just said. I dare you to set it off. I promise you. Nigga, it ain't gonna be no robbery, nigga, because it ain't gonna go to the decision. It's not gonna go to a decision, nigga. I dare you. I dare you.
I picked
I dare you.
I pick Crawford. If that fight was to happen, all
Any
the
nigga that said that nigga won the fight, nigga, get on the pot and hop on the panel, nigga. I might turn my 2 minutes into 15 minutes, nigga. If you want this smoke, any one of you niggas is more than welcome to come get this smoke. Nigga, hey, matter of fact, big bro, turn this to free smoke Saturday, nigga. Cause I'm with it. Any one of you niggas, bro.
Drew.
Any one of you niggas.
Like, yo.
Andrew, I said that I already made my prediction. Crawford would stop Taylor in 8. Now, here's the question I pose now. With this performance, Taylor might need a light performance after this fight here. A light touch. He needs a light touch. If depending on how Gary Antoine Russell do tonight versus Postall, how do you think Josh Taylor do against Gary Antoine Russell? We might as well go there.
I mean, stylistically, it's a good fight. I mean, I'm not saying that Josh Taylor is trash or garbage. I mean, I feel that he was prepared for this fight. It's just that the young fighter had the better game plan, bro. That's all that was. But I'm not taking away from Josh Taylor. Like, Josh Taylor is still a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that.
But I'm asking you. How do you think
I'm about to get into it. I'm about to get into it. You know what I'm saying? I think that young man hits harder than a mother. Listen.
That's what I'm saying. Like you said, light touch, and you talk about Gary Antoine Russell with 14 wins, 14 knockouts and shit. Like, that's a light touch. Shit, man. Shit. What's going on, Andrew?
My brother Major Key boxing in the building. Hey, Major Key.
No, I'm saying, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Major Key, I'm gonna tell you like this here, bro. That nigga, the shots he was getting hit by Jack Catterall, bro. Them shots he taking a few of them shots, maybe two or three. That nigga is gonna get badly hurt, and I can see accumulation of power shots just literally getting that nigga out of there. But the thing is, Josh Taylor is he's slick. So I mean, he gonna make it competitive. It's gonna be challenging.
But let's be honest though. Like you said, I've been saying this for a long time. Like, I like Josh Taylor a lot, but I also like Terrence Bud Crawford a lot, bro. Don't even try to tell me that Josh Taylor is gonna beat Terrence Crawford, bro. That's if you know boxing, you already know that's fucking a pipe dream right there, bro. That's a pipe dream. You know what I mean?
That's why I say he needs a light touch versus Gary Antoine Russell.
Bro, the thing is, it's like
that
light touch. That, like you saying, the light touch can probably end up my nigga being a Hurricane Katrina, my nigga. That light touch can end up being a Hurricane Katrina. Like, that nigga can get
Josh Taylor.
I
think Josh Taylor need to fight Gary Russell Jr. Gary Antoine Russell. I think he can get Gary Antoine Russell. I think we need to build that fight. Gary Antoine Russell.
The thing is like. Yeah, the thing is, I know we say style make fights, and you step up against a tougher opposition. You know what I'm saying? Of course, sometimes you can be a little green in some areas and stuff, and you always have room to transform, evolve as a young fighter, and get better and work on some things. But all I'm saying, it's only probably two things I see coming from Gary Antoine Russell that he probably need to perfect. But other than that, though, bro, coming from a boxing eye, and I ain't saying this because I did amateur boxing. I never was a professional. But all I know is just seeing so many different styles though as an amateur. And I can say that's one style right there, bro. That's gonna give Josh Taylor it's gonna give him a nightmare, nigga. Nightmare on Elm Street. Straight up. And I ain't saying that he can't win, but all I'm saying is that dog, bro, he get touched. That boy hit hard, man. And that boy he set them traps. He can set traps up beautifully. And the thing is, you thought a young fighter like Jack Catterall give him problems, bro. Imagine going up against a young kid that had the fundamentals and skills of this young fighter, but plus punching power, bro. Nigga, no. Nigga, that's a nightmare. But not saying, like I say, once again, not saying that Josh Taylor can't beat the young fighter, but I'm just saying stylistically, as I analyze and as I look into it, that's styles. But based on styles, that style can be all wrong for that nigga, bro. Like, I'm just telling you right now. I'm just telling you. So if you, I'm just saying though, bro.
I hear you 100%.
I'm just saying
let's
though.
do a roll call. Do a roll call. Ronald Finkley in the freaking building. Smells
Ronald.
like OTR. What is OTR? Explain that to us. In the freaking building. That guy's in the freaking building.
Yeah.
Reaper Game Radio's in the freaking building. Emmanuel Madi is in the place to be. Jay Smith in the place to be. That guy in the place to be. Jay Smith smells like OTR. What's that? Over the top. Over the top. Over. I don't fucking know what OTRs. I'm trying to make some up off the top of my head, but I'm rusty, y'all. I ain't been live in a while. I got to get my mojo back. Lisa Bells is in the place to be, of course. Ronald Finkley in the place to be. Of course, Toby Bartlett is in the place to be. Everybody. Yo, so, question. Do you think Jack Catterall, do you think Josh Taylor was not prepared or needs to get better prepared to fight in a fellow southpaw like him? Because Jack Catterall is a southpaw and Josh Taylor was a southpaw. I think that may have played out a little bit. What do you guys think?
Nah, he's a pro and a champion. I'm sure he's fought Southpaws before. So no.
Yeah, I'm with my good
But
friend
fighting
and
a
my big
fellow,
bro
fighting
Troy.
southpaw, you don't think at all? He ain't fought that many southpaws.
I just think he had an off night. Let's see what happens if they have a rematch. Remember the same thing happened with Frock. Who's that guy that Frock fought and he got robbed and then Frock came back and knocked him out?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's that young man is only gonna get better. I mean, he in his
Thomas Jones says Catterall won, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, Thomas Jones was there. He was with me. He was with me when I was doing live commentary, and he said it. He said it that he was with me. He saw it, bro. He was with me.
I misread that. Why I think he was taking Catterall. Okay, I need to stop drinking. I'm thinking.
Thomas Jones already said it. He told me straight up, man. AAT when he was in the live chat, bro, on the live stream earlier. I mean, a little while ago. He
said Thomas Jones in the place to be. Oh, Jeff Lucietta in the place to be. Okay, that's love. And anybody else want to jump on the panel, please welcome. We got space for them.
But I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I agree with Jeff. Jeff, I agree with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you.
What about Catterall versus Russell?
Hey, maybe Russell should look for that fight after, depending on how tonight end up. I think I might just roll into calling the fight next, honestly.
Yeah, do it, bro. Do it.
I doubt it.
You doubted what?
That either one of those guys goes close to Gary Antoine Russell.
Wow.
Look at you, Doubting Thomas, man. You the Doubting Deacon, man. Anything could happen. Anything can happen, baby. Anything.
Why you say that? Speak your mind, boxing source.
Man, they do not want to touch that young kid. That young kid will watch him.
Here's the truth about Gary Antoine Russell. He is better than his record. He's most likely much better than his record says. And that's the scary part of it, because if Jerron Booth Ennis is all they say is, this is a cat that beat him 3 times in the amateurs in one tournament. Also, you gotta think he has to spar with his older brother all the damn time. That motherfucker is thorough. You know what I mean? I mean, in real time. Why his brother, who's in my pound for pound, of course, we talking about Gary Russell Jr., he's in my top 10 pound for pound. But of course, he's been put on the shelf by the PBC. That's politics. We ain't gonna go no more into that, because then people are like, oh, Myron, they don't like when you say that. But he's been on the shelf for the PBC quite some time, and he got robbed in his last fight. So when he fought one-handed, you gotta think Gary Antoine Russell has to fight Gary Russell Jr. That's his sparring mate. Yeah, he may be a little bit smaller, but the speed, quickness, Gary Antoine Russell, it's no speed he ain't gonna be able to adjust to. If he's already fighting the man who has the fastest hands in boxing, that's what's crazy. You feel me? So, and he's a bowling ball with the way he fights. This motherfucker comes forward to destroy. And GRJ was telling us like he's gonna be better. He's better than all of us. And I'm like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
He's better than all of us, and that nigga come knock you out. He's coming. He's a bowling ball. So
Listen,
Gary Russell Jr. is so excited about Gary Antoine Russell, of course, his baby brother, as you should be.
listen.
But from what we've seen so far, tonight will let us know if he dispatches Postal like that, which I don't think. I think the height, I think it's a great matchup for Gary Antoine Russell because he does have some obstacles to overcome, and that is experience, that's height, that's reach, that's everything. So this is a good test, even if he's 38 years old. Oh well. No matter if he's 38 years old.
He's 38.
Yeah, Victor Postal, but hey, Alvarez beat a 38-year-old.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Russell.
No, yeah, I'm talking about Gary Antoine. I mean, no, Victor Postal's 38.
Big bro.
Yeah, so you got Alvarez, who beat a lot of older 38-year-olds coming up before he led up to Holyfield. Mosley was one of them, a lot of different guys. So, I mean, Postal hasn't fought in a long time. This should be a good fight. What was Postal's last fight, if anybody knows? And I know Boxing Source, if anybody knows, is you. Boxing Source.
Oh, dang, he ran away.
Yeah, he ran away.
What about?
It sounded like some food came to him in the last minute.
No, but okay. What about this? Russell fights at 140, right?
Yes.
What about him and Tank?
Taylor, same as the guys before tonight. That's why.
Right. What about him and Tank? He could come to Baltimore. Fight him at the convention center.
I would love to see that, but
I would love to see that too. Because remember him and Gary Senior had beef, the older brother. So hey, a Russell's a Russell, right?
Hey, Russell. I mean, yes, Gary Antoine Russell said he already going to knock Tank out. He already challenged Tank.
No, but you know how crazy that'll be, Myron? With Baltimore and DC, that'll be sold out before the end of the week.
He challenged that. I mean, actually, he challenged Haney the last fight. Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
I mean, Tank versus him. I don't know. That's like I don't know. It's kind of like a Hagler and Hearn situation. Whoever. It's like somebody get knocked out though. It just depends on who.
You're right,
whoever.
right?
That joint will sell out. It'll sell out real quick, won't it? It'll sell out.
That might be more like that might be more like a Hagler John Mugabe matchup.
Yes. Okay. There you go.
That's close.
There you go.
That, actually.
With that too.
Man, that fight will sell so fast in the DMV area.
Somebody get knocked out though. So for some reason I feel.
What did Josh Taylor do after this? Where does Josh Taylor go after this?
Man, the thing.
Conor Ben.
The thing he gonna have to go to Conor Ben, bro. He better not talk about. Listen, bro.
Conor Ben's 147, so he's out of the question.
Alone, but Josh Taylor, he moving up, bro. He can't keep making 140.
No, he said in the post-fight interview that he's going to have a couple of more fights at 140, most likely.
Josh Taylor looks like a 154-pound fighter.
His walk around weight be over a little over like 160 for 159 at times.
That don't surprise me. That don't surprise me.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, he ain't gonna keep making. He ain't gonna keep struggling to make the weight for not too long, bro. Like he gonna be like I'm saying. I was surprised he said that because like you know what I'm saying. Like he is a natural 147 pound already. I mean the dude like 5'10".
Who?
Taylor? Josh Taylor.
Yeah, he's about. They say he's 5'10", but in boxing they lie about the height. Okay,
he
need to keep that in mind,
bro. He's
taller than most of his opponents.
Yeah, he bought. Yeah, because I looked at it like compare. I'm trying to think what boxer he was standing next to, but yeah, he about 5'10" for real.
Hey, check this comment out. I'm gonna start reading the comments.
The way I look at it,
involved. Check this out. Ronald Finkley said Victor took an L. It took a L to undefeated Jose Ramirez. Yes, he did. But a lot of people thought Jose Ramirez didn't look really good against Victor Postol too. Remember Ronald Finkley? I don't know if anybody was saying that it was a bad decision. I don't recall that, but I do remember a lot of people thought Jose Ramirez. I remember a lot of people saying Jose Ramirez didn't look that good versus Victor.
That fight was close, bro. You didn't see that fight?
Where'd you go? Yeah, I heard. I didn't see it, but a lot of people.
It was close. I mean, it was close.
Yeah. And look, and to be honest with you, my assessment of this whole thing is, look, if he's undisputed, right? Then obviously nobody's above you, right? So then you got to start like maybe doing a rematch with Prograde, maybe giving some of these younger dudes that are coming up, maybe a Zepeda or what's his name, Michelle Rivera type of dude, or Gary Antoine Russell. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean. Like so he's gonna have to either start giving people opportunities, or you're gonna have to start thinking about doing rematches or moving up, one or the other.
Right.
You talking about Josh Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree 100%.
I think Josh Taylor need, great, actually great comment. And I think
I agree.
he need to pick an easy touch. He maybe need a couple more fights. If he say he need a couple more fights, I want to know where is Gary. What I need to know and what I need to do research on is finding out where is Gary Russell Jr. ranked in any of the, since your boy is the undisputed, non-technically undisputed. We talking about Josh Taylor. No, actually, Josh Taylor is completely undisputed. I'm thinking, see, all of that bullshit with the franchise belt got me all freaking screwed up right now. Yes, this franchise belt.
Josh Taylor's legitimate. He's legitimate.
My apologies.
He's got the world title. Yeah.
Yeah, my apologies.
Yo.
Josh Taylor is officially, technically, and truthfully, should I say, undisputed. So my question is, depending again, let's say Gary Russell Jr. wins tonight. Gary Antoine Russell, not Gary Russell Jr., Gary Antoine Russell, the baby brother, who is in the 140 division. If he wins tonight, where is he ranked in the boxing rankings is where I need to do my research on, which Andrew Tucker, you could be doing the research for me right now because you always stand in front of that computer doing some research. Can you look up the ranking system where Gary Antoine Russell's ranked at right now in the 140 division with all four respective sanctioning bodies and see if he's close to getting a fight with maybe be calling a mandatory bout versus Josh Taylor? Because that's assuming Josh Taylor is true in what he say that he's going to have a couple more fights at the 140 division. So if that's the case, if he's saying,
as far as sanction the body, like for which title is he like?
Whichever one I think Gary Antoine Russell is running to.
I got you. I think it's the WBO, but I let me look. Let me see.
WBO, IBF. Where do they got Gary Antoine Russell ranked? I'm already pushing forward. This fight is done.
I got you.
We're gonna talk more about the CATTERALL Taylor, but I'm trying to foresee the future here because Gary Antoine Russell fighting Victor Postol, I don't think it's a coincidence. It's the same night that Josh Taylor fought CATTERALL. Do y'all feel me? Right. They're fighting the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're fighting the same night. So I'm like, wow, okay. And Victor Postol is a common opponent by a lot of these guys, and Gary Antoine Russell was fighting Victor Postol. If he wins tonight, where will he get launched in the rankings in all four? And if he might be up for a mandatory fight with Josh Taylor, if Josh Taylor, if what he says is true, he hangs around the 140 division for a couple more fights, because that's what he said in the post-fight interview. Raw boy fresh in the place to be. Gary Russell Jr. got a ways to go. We'll see. Where's he ranked at, though? You talking about got a ways to go as in what? You mean as in skill or as in ranking? Ronald Finkley says, man, I had high hopes for it, Taylor KO, because he actually the real undisputed. He should have just moved up. After all, no, I think he needs to stay at 140. I think, hey, you know what? You can look at this two ways, Ronald Finkley. You can look at this two ways. You can say, okay, it's hard for him to make the weight, but understand this. Josh Taylor in a post-fight post-fight interview said he struggled with making the weight because he still had short time to train due to the knee injury he was recovering from, right? So if he has short time to train due to the injury, the knee injury he's recovering from, he led that to believe, and he also said he made the weight pretty easy. it wasn't really hard for him to make the weight. So he knocked that out the argument. Josh Taylor himself knocked that out the argument, saying that he made weight pretty easy. You know what I mean? And he could have made weight easier if he didn't have the knee injury. So he may need to stay at 140 with the opponents that's hit, the opponents that's a little bit lighter, smaller, hit less heavy. It don't hit as hard as the opponents at 147. Because what he showed tonight, 147 might be a big piece of cake for him to chew on. You know what I'm saying? Right now. Because how old is Josh Taylor? What is he? 31?
31.
He may need a little bit of time.
Bro,
he may,
bro, something wrong with this picture, bro. I'm looking at every section of body, bro. Like, he's not even in the top 10 for none of the, none of them, bro. Like, I don't see him in the top 10, top 15 rather. For the
Yo, I gotta fall back, gentlemen. I gotta make this money, man, but I'll be listening.
All right, big bro. Much love and respect, big bro, Major Key.
All
right, Major.
I'll holler at you. Peace.
Peace,
all
brother.
right, peace,
Thanks
brother.
for coming in. So you said,
like in the WBO super lightweight rankings, like in the WBO, as far as that sanctioned body, he's not even top 15, bro. Like, what the
Gary
world?
Antoine Russell's not even top 15.
And for WBO, now I'm looking at WBC super lightweight rankings.
But here's the question:
He's not even top 15 in WBC.
Drew,
Where he at?
Andrew, question though: where is Victor Postol ranked in that WBO rank?
The WBO. Because I know he.
You saw his name there though, right?
I know he most definitely got to be either WBO or WBC or something like that.
Hold on, in the WBO ranking, did you see Victor Postol's name?
Victor Postol is. Let me see. He was dropped. They said dropped out this month. Like he all I see him under is the Ring magazine super lightweight rankings. But I don't see him like under like WBO super lightweight rankings. I don't see.
Okay, what about IBF, WBA, WBC? You don't see Victor Postol name in none of
I'm looking at the WBC right now.
Wow.
I think he up there. One of them.
Wait, hold on.
He's number 8. Matter of fact, he's number 8 when it comes to the WBC. When it comes to the WBC super lightweight rankings, he's number 8.
And Andrew, this particular fight is for a minor version of a WBA title. So
okay,
if Antoine wins, he'll pretty much be entered in the rankings, around the range where Postol is at this point.
Okay, that's what I'm assuming.
That's what I'm assuming.
Was it an interim title or something like that?
It's not like an interim title. It's like, how WBC has like a Continental Americas or some, international title or something.
God, yeah, it's just too many damn trinkets, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I agree.
So that's why I was just about to ask that. Like, is he fighting to be put like up there, like, and they'll have him up there at least somewhere, somewhere in the 15?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't see Antoine currently in the rankings for any of those sanctioning bodies. If you go to like box.live, I pretty much go to that site now. I used to go to like Fight News, but Fight News hasn't really updated the rankings on there. So I go to box.live.
So I go to, that's where I'm at right now, box.live, because I go to that other site as well. And they needed it throw me off. Like, so that's why I come here, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. And then I think it's another site too that I go to. But I'm on boxing.live right now. And you said what you say, big bro?
I ain't say nothing. I said 140, but I meant something. Ronald Finkley, come on in the chat.
I just think it's too many trinkets, man. I think instead of having all these small belts and all this other, and all this confusion, why don't you just have tournaments? Once you start with the top 20, right? You say you go from 14 to 15, no, from 14 to 20, and you have a tournament, right? Then you go from there. Whoever wins that could take on the 13th to 12 and kind of work their way up instead of having all these trinkets, man. It don't make no damn sense. You got a belt, you got a big toe belt, you got a hernia belt, you got a bunion belt, you got a belt for, how much is one rib belt? Sick of these damn belts, man.
Yeah, for real. is ridiculous, man.
Welcome
Like,
to the panel, Ron Boy Fresh, DC and the B. What's up, baby?
What's good?
What's
Good
going
with
on,
you, Slim?
Slim?
what's
Hey,
good,
look,
Slim?
man, y'all, you gotta understand. You gotta understand. 140 is the deepest division. They don't, Gary don't, Antoine ain't fighting enough to be ranked. And you gotta understand, in order for him to even be close to a mandatory, he have to fight Sabril Matias. I don't even know if he even ranked higher than Richardson Hitchens. You
Nah,
dig what I'm
he
saying?
ain't. He ain't.
No, he's not.
So
We found that out.
I know,
The,
but
That's
see,
why.
this is
that
what I'm
Okay,
telling
go
you.
ahead.
They got to worry about. This is what I'm telling you. 140 is the best division in boxing, right? Because it's evenly divided. You got a lot of talent on the PBC
Are
side,
you
a lot of
sure?
talent, on the top rank side, and then you got Regis Prograde and a couple other jokers sprinkled up in there. You dig what I'm telling you? So therefore, what's going to happen is somebody on the PBC side gotta see Sabril Matias.
yeah, because he won his last fight, which was a
Yo,
Exactly.
rematch.
Sabril Matias
So
is next in line in
yeah,
that
he next
spot.
in line. He next in
yeah,
line. Yeah,
And keep in mind, the
yeah,
next
he,
fight for the
Yo,
next
who?
fight for
Hold
the
up,
next,
Ron Boy.
yeah.
Who does he
yeah,
fight?
yeah, he next in line, bro. He like
Which banner does he fight for, Ron Boy?
Who?
Sabril Matias. Who you say?
What you say? What belt is he fighting for? WBA.
No, which banner is he? PBC.
Oh, Sabril
he's,
Matias is
he's,
PBC.
he's with him in boxing.
Okay.
His
They
last
He,
wouldn't
fight against
top.
he
He
ain't gonna
Pedro.
couldn't. They
fight
didn't
nobody
want.
then.
They
He ain't
didn't.
gonna
What
fight
happened
nobody. He
was
gonna be on the show.
he didn't fight with. He didn't sign with Top Rank is because of Aegis Clemus. Because they did. They felt like, you know what I'm saying. What he did to Mad Max, that didn't sit well with Aegis, so Top Rank didn't sign him.
Okay. Got
That's
you.
why we.
Ronald,
Yeah.
welcome Ronald Finkley in a place to be.
What's up,
Low blow,
Ronald? You know that's
low
why we
blow
need the
boxing
Tuesday
show.
night.
What's up?
hey,
Yeah, you
hey,
know
and
that's
the
why
fact,
we need the
hey,
Tuesday night
hey,
fights, the Friday night fights, and world, and you know the Saturday afternoon fights to come back, man.
Rodney
That'll
Boy
clear it up.
Fresh.
Yes,
Hey,
man.
Rodney
What's good?
Boy Fresh. He also number two, right in the IBF sanctioning
Yeah,
body. He's
yeah, I
number
know.
two.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I mean. But most likely he gonna go the WBA route because that's the side they like. But at the end of the
That's
day,
the
they gotta make them fights, and y'all forgetting about Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee was prospect of the year. So what the fuck you think they gonna do with him?
right.
Yeah, they gotta
Exactly.
fit him in
They
somewhere.
gotta fit him in
Yeah,
somewhere.
so
Yeah.
that's what I was telling you that Antoine Russell got a ways to go. I wasn't talking about skill set. Skill set, pound for pound, he
Yo,
probably the thoroughest
Hey,
one in there.
well,
It
hey,
was
but
the
don't even
ranking I
trip
was
though.
talking about.
Hey, don't even trip
nobody
though.
said you was wrong. That's why I want you to
Hey,
come
nah,
on.
don't
Oh
even
yeah,
trip
I
though.
got
You
you.
following
Don't
it
even
close,
trip.
baby.
Don't even trip though, because he gonna surpass a lot of cats on like when it comes to rankings. That man, trust me, that
Yeah,
dude.
no. He got the skill sets,
That's what
but
I'm
like I
saying. That dude,
said,
like,
that
trust me.
Yo,
that 140 is a gauntlet though. You got, man, it's a lot of thorough motherfuckers in that division. I'm
It
telling you, you
is.
just saw with Jack
It,
Catterall. I'm telling
it
you, that's
is.
the
It
Ronald
best
is.
division
Finkley.
in boxing. You saw Montana Love. They gonna try to bust a move with Montana Love getting the belt in there. It's a lot of moves that's gonna be busting there. And the thing about 140 is you got one motherfucker got all the belts, but it's still a lot of good fights about to get
Can
made in
you
that
tell me who
division.
won?
Man, it's a lot of young, it's a lot of killers in that. I mean, I'm not just
It's a
talking about.
hell of a lot of everybody's
I'm
trying to
not
kill.
just talking about Regis Prograis,
Right.
Jose Ramirez, and
Are the
Jose
fights gonna get
Zepeda,
made though?
Jose Zepeda,
Hold
bro.
on.
But you got
Arnold Barboza.
bro. You got
Yo,
Arnold
yo,
Barboza's,
yo.
like Sabril Matias, like Akhmadov, like
Yeah.
that fool there, bro. That fight, that dude out of Russia, that
Yeah,
guy there.
he got robbed. He got robbed versus Barrios. Barrios did
Yo,
not win that
bro,
fight, son.
that is 100% facts, bro. He
He
clearly
did
got
not win
robbed.
that fight. They robbed that man.
They robbed him, bro. They clearly robbed him. It
Man,
was
are the fights gonna get made though, y'all? That's what I'm asking. You know, are the fights gonna get made?
Yeah, they gotta get made. That's what I was just saying. You got the good thing about 140 is evenly split with talent on both sides. So you might see a Russell versus Matias. You might see a Brandon Lee versus Hitchens. You might see, you know what I mean, and just keep going. And on the top rank side, you're going to see Barboza versus Teofimo Lopez, Pedraza versus Ramirez, and then you got Williams Zepeda, and then you got Montana Love, and then Haney going to 140 this year. So then you're going to add Haney in the mix.
go ahead, Aaron. Yup.
Okay,
I hear
okay.
what you're
Yo,
saying.
yo, yo.
Oh,
Check,
okay. Go
check.
ahead.
Because Ron Boy Fresh is a windbag like me. That motherfucker will talk forever.
Oh,
So,
nah, go ahead, Slim.
Hey man,
Go
but I
ahead.
love y'all. I love
Go ahead,
y'all
Ronald.
brothers, man.
You know,
I love y'all
Ronald
brothers,
ain't
man.
say nothing yet.
I gotta head out.
Hey,
I love y'all brothers, man. I'm
me and
gonna get
Ron
ready
Boy
to
go
head out,
back
man. I
for-
gotta.
Hey, that's my boy. I got fucking. He DC. I can fuck with Ron Boy Fresh.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna.
We both like to
I'm
talk.
gonna.
Hey, hold up. Ronald Finkley in the place to be, and this is the first live I seen him on. Ronald, what's up, baby?
Ronald Finkley.
I'm good, bro. I just was watching the
My
fight
man,
earlier.
Ronald Freaky.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I ain't never seen Ronald Finkley. I don't recall. Maybe he has on a live. So welcome to the live, bro. What's up?
Yo, I go on chats, yo, sometime. I was on the UK chat the other day, yo.
Yeah. And you know, Ronald was on one of the best, one of the best forums on, on YouTube too.
Yeah,
He was on
yeah. I
the
mean,
he,
yeah, right here. That's
he was
one
on
of
the
the best.
Troy Graham Experience.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
here. That's one of the best forms. I feel
Hey,
like.
OG.
Second
Hey,
best.
OG.
So
Second best. I
Ronald
got
Finkley.
you.
Hey,
So
hey,
Ronald
OG.
Finkley, how'd you see the fight, champ?
I want to apologize to you, OG, because I know it was a situation that I got involved in, and I know that you was probably disappointed at me because you know I shouldn't scoot down to that level, or I should have even got into it, you know what I'm saying, with that individual, because I know you know that I'm better than that. So I just want to apologize to you, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we all forgive you, Andrew. Don't worry about that shit, big little bruh.
Be your own person, bro. I
Baby
respect
bruh. Ronald
I know you're
Finkley.
not gonna eat that cake in front of a fat dude, right? Oh, you nasty as hell. I thought that was
That was cream cake. That
man,
was
you
Hey,
nasty
cheesecake.
as hell.
Troy Brown be having me rolling, bro. Like
That was
it's
cheesecake. Ronald
Troy
Finkley,
grab
talk
my
to us, man.
handful, man.
Ronald Finkley followed that shit close. He followed. I know by being in so many lives as he is in the comment section, he's following it closely, just as close as Ron Boy Fresh. So what did you see, Ronald Finkley? Where you see Josh Taylor going from here?
I see him like I said earlier. I think he should have just went straight to 147 right away. Just got like a couple punches. He's already undisputed, so why stay there? You know what I mean? Like if you're undisputed, you move up right away. Like that's how I look at it. Like think about it. Look at Canelo. He moved straight up. Look at Terrence Crawford. He moved straight up. So that's where he fucked up at because he allowed himself to be in that predicament. You see what I'm saying? When you reach that certain milestone, evidently you can't do anymore. So it's time to move up and try to
Hold
figure
up,
out.
hold up. Why do you say that once you reach that certain milestone, you can't do it anymore? The next level is to, in my opinion, defend your titles and do it successfully a number of times, which really solidifies your greatness, in my opinion. So you think just because he hit the got undisputed that he should jump up and not just do no defenses?
You don't need to. You already did it all. You got all of the belts.
But you ain't do it all if you ain't defended at all.
You defended it by winning it. Like when you win it, that means you defended it. To me, like it's no more to do. To me,
Okay, so
Wait a minute. Hold up,
go ahead.
but y'all fella realize real quick. Let me interject real quick. Josh money is at 140. They cannot make money off of Josh if he move up. They can't do it.
Explain your position.
well, you know what? He should have negotiated his contract properly, like with Bob. I don't know how him and Bob work out. Ain't he with Bob Arum, or is he with Yeah, he's with Bob Arum, right?
But right, but the thing is, you got to be able to make the fights. Them that you already know that PBC they not going to the UK. They not going. Who is he going to fight at 147? They're going to have to try to get. He can't fight David Avarizan. You could try that. They could try to work that. They on the same side, and you might just see that fight. You're not going to see Josh Taylor versus Bud anytime soon. And I told folks that when I was out Vegas, when they saw what Bud did to Porter, they hold him and Davison. They whole demeanor changed. They don't want no parts of Bud. They can talk that shit, but they don't want no parts of Bud right now.
You know what
I
though,
don't
bro?
think he. I don't think he. I don't think he need to go anywhere near Bud yet at all. But if he wants to
Man.
challenge himself, hey, I mean, much
Man.
praise, all love to him. I don't think he has a chance. I picked that to be a stoppage in 8 or under. So,
All right.
Man.
but okay. So he said in the post fight. Let's reiterate. He said in the post fight interview he plans on having a few more fights at 140. Who is next? Do you guys think?
With Josh
I
Taylor,
think they need to run it back with Catterall in Vegas.
they
That's only
they
I don't
should.
want to see that ugly ass fighting.
But because nah, here,
This was an ugly fight. It
here,
wasn't that
I
pretty of
don't
a
care.
fight.
Nah, man.
I
Give that
just
man
checked
his
this
get
out.
back. That
Yo,
man need his get back, bro. He
Mine,
don't know about to skip, bro.
mine.
the first
Hold on,
round,
hold
but
on.
That man
Everybody
wants.
can't talk at the same time. Go
That
ahead.
man need his. I just want to say that give that man his get back, bro.
Detroit,
Straight
Detroit.
up. But they ain't gonna want to give that man his get back because it's a chance that that dude can get better and can evolve and come with an even better game plan to beat to offset Josh
But
Taylor.
listen,
So
yeah, but
so so the
let's
thing
keep
is
it a
so
buck
the
though.
thing so the thing is
Hold on. Let's
this.
go. Hold on. Hold
Hold
on.
on,
Let's go left to
hold on
right.
real quick. Hold on real quick, man.
No, no,
So the
no,
thing
no,
is,
no. Hey,
yeah. Hold
Andrew,
on, yeah,
no, you're right. After you, I just want to say that
yeah.
Box Source, then Ronald, then Ron Boy. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So the thing is this: Josh Taylor is still in his prime. He can be better than his last than this performance. So they go back to the drawing board, and then based on certain styles they have to prepare for. That's why it's good to prepare for the style, even though the game plan can be switched up when it comes to the fighter. So sometimes you got to be prepared. You know what I'm saying, to get in there and look at what you thought was gonna be when it was gonna be this way is a totally different way because he came with a plan A and a plan B. So the thing is this: I feel that Jack Catterall most definitely can get back in there this time and next time. You know what I'm saying? Possibly end up get in there with accumulation of punches and break down to Josh Taylor and maybe this time even stop him. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that Josh Taylor can't get in there, but I just want a rematch. But I feel like who is next for Josh Taylor at 140? Like the thing is, you got to give a man his flowers. You got to give a man his roses. Even though it was a close fight with him and Regis Prograis, bro. Some people felt that Regis won. Some people felt that Josh won unanimous decision. Some people felt it should have been a draw. Whatever, my nigga. What I'm saying is that could be another fight. Regis can get that get back. You know what I'm saying? Or a rematch with Jose Ramirez. If he looked good tonight and then able to win in spectacular fashion against a very tough technical brawler like or in a very fundamentally sound inside fighter like Jose Pedraza, you know, that can put him back in the mix for a rematch. You know what I'm saying? You got Jose Zapata. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of I feel like it's a lot of top 10 fighters, bro. I feel like it's a lot of top 10 fighters he can fight right now. You know what I'm saying? And like the thing is to see where he's at. And maybe if you want to give a young fighter his first defeat, then fight Montana Love. Or fight my guy, you know what I'm saying, that who I became a fan of. I still love Mikey, but fight my guy who just got through beating Mikey Garcia, Sandor Martin. You know what I'm saying? You got quite a few options out there.
Okay, Drew, let's hold on to that. Boxing Source. What's up?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Don't call me sir.
First off, I just saw the scores or the scorecards, and in those scorecards in the last 4 rounds, all 3 judges scored the last 4 rounds in favor of Josh Taylor. When I really did not see that, especially in the last 2 rounds. But in reference to Josh Taylor, he's not gonna, go ahead and face Jack Catterall again. I mean, this was Catterall's shot as a mandatory challenger. So if he won, he would have been the undisputed champ, but he lost, so he's, out of it. As far as like potential fights for Josh Taylor at 140, you have Regis Prograis in a rematch. You still have Teofimo Lopez. You have, and like I said, Zapata or Ramirez. Depending on what happens in March 5th, or I think March 5th or March 4th or whatever it is. So there's a few options for Josh Taylor at this particular point if he plans on staying at 140 pounds. But the thing about it is, I really wasn't all too sure about him cutting down to 140, especially in this particular case against Jack Catterall. It just didn't look like he was all that good getting down to 140 pounds. So his time might be limited at 140. So if he still wants to have those fights there at 140, you better get them sooner rather than later.
Okay. All right. 1-2 kids in the place to be. What's going on, champ? 1-2 kid.
Hey, hey, I love y'all. I love y'all brothers, man. I'm finna head out, man. Like I said, I gotta head to the hood, go check on grandma
bro.
and uncle, bro. So I love y'all brothers, man. Good boxing talk, good dialogue, and we gonna do a lot more of this. You know what I'm saying? I
No
love y'all
doubt,
brothers,
man.
man.
Go ahead
Love
and hit
y'all
me,
brothers.
bro. Go ahead
All
and
right,
hit me
man.
to
I'm
grandma.
out. All right, man. Love y'all brothers. I'm out.
Love, man. Peace, Andrew. Okay, Ronald Finkley, what's up?
You know what, man? It's just the fact is, like I was saying, like he got all of the belts. He should have just went straight up. He's fighting down to people's level, bro. He
I
too
said
big.
that. Now I made that comment. I thought he
Tyson
might have been
Fury
fighting
can
down
only
to his
do something to
competition.
that, but
Just
he's a
there
heavyweight.
for it, but
He's a heavyweight. Tyson Fury can do that because he's a heavyweight. But these other guys, man, once you do what you got to do and you beat everybody, you move up and you stick to the style that you had, like your basics. And what I'm saying is that I feel like Josh Taylor's a great fighter, but he should have just moved straight up. Like
so
I
you
just
don't
saw,
think
yeah,
it's impressive to defend your titles a number of times?
yo, dog, he reached the mountaintop. I don't think it's you could defend the undisputed. Once you undisputed, I think you
But
don't
so
get
many
the.
fighters did it in the past,
You don't have to prove anything no more.
and
You
it's a
just move
record. Those are records. That's
out.
what I think solidified a lot of the greats. That
Well,
solidified Marvin Hagler to having like
Undisputed,
17,
yeah.
17 title defenses or 16 title defenses.
Yeah, he was
well,
versatile. That's different. Like to me, that's different. I look at like the undisputed of the day is one who kind of conquers the division, that like Usyk did, like Canelo did, like Crawford did. Like I think it's like a difference between back then and now. Like it's too many different types of styles in these divisions, and basically we saw Josh Taylor fighting down to a style. He didn't have to. He was already the better boxer to me.
But isn't
So
that
why?
a job? Isn't that what boxing is about? Um, I mean, it's about conquering various different styles.
Well,
That's what
yeah,
boxing is about. So you can't, and I'm not trying to, but your logic is just different than my logic. I mean, that's what boxing is about. Every fighter will bring a different style. And that's how you prove that you are the best of that generation or era is by beating the various different styles in one division. That's how you really prove that you're the best in that division because you ain't gonna unless you might not get a chance to fight everybody who might who might be your you know what I mean that your arch nemesis that give you all the problems and all that make great rivalries, that make great things like that. You can't do that if you keep jumping. And that's another thing. If you keep jumping weight, it's hard to create rivalries in boxing like it used to be back in the day. See, Pacquiao had all that time at, I'm not sure if it was 130 or 135, to be in the rivalries with the Barreras, you know what I mean? And the Marquez and the freaking Morales. That's because they stayed in the same division for so long. And that made the sport great when you kept seeing, I mean, rematches and the best fighters in the same division go at each other. That made money. So when you just stay in there, then boom, and a good talent comes up, like, oh shit, this dude can take it. Like say like a Gary Russell Jr. If you ain't gonna wait for those guys to come up, but like, okay, we just
the
as
new
good, but
guy.
we just got to go through the gauntlet, as Ron Boy Fresh say, to get to your ass. When you just jump in and everything, it kills that type of element of rivalries of building and boxing, in my opinion.
That's a new crop of guys though, because you got to figure like Hooker was back then, Ramirez was back then. Those guys were the guys to beat back then. Like now
But
you got the
that crop don't really. Here's my point. That crop doesn't really. Guess what? Did you realize like
Wait
once
a minute, that crop is still there though.
yeah once Sugar Ray Leonard when Sugar Ray Leonard beat Benitez, Sugar Ray Leonard was already 4 years older than Benitez, but Benitez was already a champion for like 4 years. Do you keep that in mind? See, that's what I'm saying. So if Benitez was thinking that way, he's like, well, boom, I'm gonna leave 147, go up to 154. Then we had never seen that battle. You feel me? And mind you, like Benitez was 23 and Sugar Ray, I believe, was 27 when they fought, or 26 and 22 or some shit. It was like 3 or 4 years between them. And if
yeah.
so, you need those rivalries. I mean, what was the age between
Nah, it was
Pacquiao and
reversed. It was
Barrera?
reversed. It was reversed. Benitez
No,
won his belt when he was like 16, bro.
17. Yes. Well, I said No, it wasn't reversed. Sugar Ray Leonard was older than Benitez when they fought.
Sugar Ray should have been 24 when they fought.
No, bro. Sugar Ray
You
was
sure about
older
that?
than Benitez by like
All
3
right, hold
years
on.
when they fought. Go look it up right now and put a bet on it. Facts.
Oh, I'm not looking it up. I'm walking my dog. But I
Oh,
thought Sugar Ray
Sugar
was
Ray was like 3 years older than
was
Benitez.
he?
Yes.
All
I
right,
just
all
watched
right.
the fight and I was on like, God damn. And that was shit that stuck out to me. I was like, because Benitez, like you said, he won it real young. But he was also younger than Sugar Ray was. A lot of people don't realize that. So I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, so but I don't mean to drag it all out. I think he needs to stay at 140. Because I don't think he got shit going at 147 with the way he looked tonight. That's
Right.
the point. Go ahead, Source, and then y'all keep going.
Well, what I was saying is he got to stay at 140. What is he going to do at 147? Absolutely nothing, unless he can get. Think about this, if he move up to fight Bud, do you know Bud just don't beat motherfuckers? He in careers for real. Think
Yeah,
about that.
he
Bud
damn
in careers, you're not the same once Bud beats you. No matter what they tell you, you're not the fucking same. So you move up you move up to go fight a killer when you could have had about when you could have had at least 3 or 4 damn good fights at 140. He is nothing for him at 147, Slim. I'm telling you, he'll be a fool to go to 147 in the next 2 years. He gotta wait, man.
yeah, yeah.
Stay at 140, go to Vegas, fight CATTERALL, and you good.
Well, that's nah. He ain't gonna fight CATTERALL again.
Yeah, he
That's out.
got to,
That's
because
out.
but the
That's
reason
out.
being is that's going to be they not going to. I'm telling you, if this is the reason why I'm saying he's going to fight Jack again, is because that didn't sit well, and he got to see that man, and they're going to be like, look, Barboza and Teofimo supposed to be fighting. They still
Right.
got to get that done. Pedraza and Ramirez supposed to be fighting. And technically,
Right.
Zepeda supposed to fight the winner of that. What is he going to do? They're not going to order the IBF and the WBA no time soon. So his next best, he can't sit on the sidelines for 6 and 7 months waiting for them to fight. That's what I'm telling you. So at the end of the day, they need to go ahead, rematch that shit in Vegas in the next 3 months. Get it popping.
Yo, Ron Boy Fresh, and matter of fact, he choked him and got robbed. So he got
Yeah.
choked and he got robbed. So that's kind
Yeah.
of
And the thing is, I
Well,
think Josh Teller will. I might be different than what y'all said. I think Josh Teller will win a rematch because he came with a trash ass game plan today. He
man.
wanted to fucking seek and destroy. I was like, why is this motherfucker doing this
Nah,
Mexican style shit?
the thing, like I was saying before you got on, Josh Taylor has a style where he just comes forward and tries to outwork his opponents. He did that, against Regis Prograis. He did that in the fight before that. The
He
only
fights
Oh,
down
time
to
that
his size.
hold up.
the only
And I wanted to
time
touch bases on what y'all said about
Hold
Regis.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
let me finish it.
hold on. The only time where that particular style he didn't really use was against Jose Carlos Ramirez, because Jose Ramirez is a guy that works on the inside too. That's like his, best way of fighting his opponents. So
okay.
Taylor was just quicker to the punch against Ramirez, and he had like a better jab against Ramirez. But against Catterall is a guy that, boxes and pretty much like knows where his range is. So whatever Josh Taylor was doing, even when he was trying to get in with the jab, he was coming forward with the jab. He wasn't really accurate with that jab. And so what ended up happening with him was he smothered a lot of his offense.
Who,
His
Josh
hand,
Taylor?
And
was
even with
There we
Taylor
go.
trying to work on the inside, he was still smothering the offense, and Catterall was crisper with his punches at a distance and up close. The thing with Catterall is he just didn't have enough pop to really seriously hurt Josh Taylor in this particular fight. But as far as like a rematch, like Catterall's quicker with his hands. He moves well, and he doesn't stay in the line. That's the thing that Taylor likes, is fighters that stay in one line. If they move over to the side, he's gonna have issues with them. And that's the thing with Catterall. He just had so many things that was just a bad matchup for Josh Taylor, and I think that's just his style. Taylor just can't adapt to that.
I think, and I hear you, but that Josh Taylor wasn't the same Josh Taylor, bro. Like that whole, it was too, he was too straight up and down for me. And I seen Josh Taylor with way better movement, way more lateral movement, way better feet. And then I'm not taking nothing from Jack. He won that fight. I had it 115, 112. Jack Catterall. That's the way I had to fight. But at the end of the day, I think if Jack could be a fool to rematch that shit back out Glasgow is my point. Take that shit to Vegas
Yep.
and run it back in June. That's the best thing I got for you.
I
That's
don't
the
know.
best thing.
He might get the same. He might get the same
It
MTK
don't.
special in Vegas.
I,
Did I say
but
that?
I got you. I'd rather take my chances with Catterall in a rematch than anything else at 147. How about that?
You
Yeah,
know
you got
what though? My boy Fresh, that's right. He should rematch this fight and move straight up because then there's nothing else
Right.
to prove.
There's nothing else
Well,
to prove, and that's my point. Even
okay.
if he
the
Okay.
decides
thing
he can't
the
go,
thing is like
What's the chances of him? We could say he should, but what's the chances of that happening?
what
I don't think
moving
it's
up.
a good chance because they're going to be in the same situation where they're not going to be able to get fights. I'm telling you, it's not happening. So
Can
he need to stay he need to stay with them killers at and get the fight and then go ahead and live off of mandatories. Live off. You can cherry pick whatever. It's so deep. You can
Well,
cherry pick whatever fights
hold
you
up?
want.
it
Hey, hey.
depends though. It depends on how he has the situation with these belts. Because when you know you're an undisputed champion, you gotta pay a good percentage of that money to keep all those belts. For this particular fight, he had to pay 11% of his purse to keep all of
Right.
those titles. You
Right.
know, and at some point it's gonna be like, hey, man, I ain't gonna be paying, over 10% each time of that fight. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to
but
drop one of
the
these
way a top
joints.
rank contract is, they not saying what'll happen is he gets paid off of being a champion. But a lot of these
Yeah, on that top
boxers
rank, yeah.
get paid to be a champion.
Yeah, they first.
Why would I give up 200 grand and not be a champion? As soon as he lose a belt, he's losing 250 grand. He might be, you know what I mean? That's how
You
them
saying his
he's
stock is?
losing six figures.
You saying
So
his stock
you
is
you
his
get
stock?
paid. Your incentive is being a
Right, right.
champion. Yeah.
Right. You saying his stock is falling, especially not being the big.
Yeah, you
Nah,
get incentives on
that's
being
what
a
they have with the
champion.
top rank special is when you're a champ, you pretty much get more when you're a champ on the top rank.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
right. So he not worried about them sanctioning bodies
So
because it's
that's
not
why.
gonna add up.
Okay. With what you said, so that's why he probably mentioned that he's going to be at 140 a little bit longer because Bob Arum done put that in his head because they're not making many fights with the 147s because PBC has all
Right.
the 147s. So
Exactly.
it makes a lot more sense for him to be at 140 a lot longer. So
Right.
he is
It's
going
like
to be.
he got to. It'd be a piss poor bit because what are you gonna fight? His next best fight they can easily make for him at 147 gotta be David Avarese. That's it. Sandor Martin is with Matchroom. So they're not gonna surpass Sandor Martin to fight and surpass David Avarese to fight Sandor Martin. They losing money doing that.
Okay.
yeah.
See, what I was trying to say about like the fact is that if he moved up, now this will put him in the category like AJ got the Usyk fight, and then you got what's that Terrence Crawford? He can't get a fight with different merging departments. So if
Right.
Josh tell him up, then like this is another way you can kind of hold all of these different networks accountable. Like because we want them to merge and we want them to respect the sanctioning bodies. You see what I'm saying? Like by letting them fight each other. So that's what I mean by me moving up. Because now we can use
Nah.
him as an
Yeah, you
example.
can't. You can't because that's going to look bad for all the boxing, and it's going to look bad for a particular for a particular group of people. So wait a minute, y'all all right with fighting this white boy, but y'all wouldn't fight Bud. All right, good luck with that. First it was top rank, this, and that. He's still going to be with top rank, right? I thought the whole thing was they don't want to do
That,
business with Bob.
but to me, that puts pressure on PBC more. Because now you got
That's
now
what I'm saying. But they're not going to. But still, that's going to look like that's going to be a bad PR move if they decide to fight a white boy with top rank, but y'all didn't want to fight the black boy from top rank.
Hold up.
okay.
What black boy are you talking about?
Come on, man. The killer from Omaha.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, Crawford. Okay.
Cause he's still because the whole thing is, oh, we don't want to do business with Bob. You got to get Bob out the way. So if they fight Josh, what's the difference? He's still with Bob. Oh, wait a minute, y'all gonna
Okay.
fight him though? Why? Because
I
y'all
understand
think
what
he'll
you're
eat
saying.
your lick.
You
You
talking
think the
about how
white?
this could look bad for the PBC?
Yeah, They got to keep the same energy. But I just don't. I think Josh needs to stay at 140. It's the way better division. It's more talent there. He can stay active because if he go to 147, he gonna be inactive, fighting once every 8-9 months.
He could be right. He could be right in position that Terrence Crawford was in.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the same exact position. There ain't no
So
he gonna
okay,
be in.
so that is a valid point.
That's a valid point. Yeah.
That's a
And
valid
he
point.
not, and they don't want to fight Bud because, but then you gonna move up to get retired because that's exactly all you gonna do is get retired.
That's a valid
So you
point.
could have just go ahead and take the rematch with motherfucking you. At least if you take the rematch with Catterall in Vegas, you'd be like, fuck it, I'm just weight drained. Let me go to fuck up to 147. Now you can be like, I'm certified weight drain. I can go to 147 now.
Valid
If he
point.
lose the
I can't
Catterall.
argue with that one. Yeah, it makes
You
sense.
know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, you. I just think he came with a bad game plan, and that fight is not going. If they run that back, and I think that's the best fight that they should run back because it's no available fighters for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he might as well run it back because the other fighters ain't fight yet.
I'm
Hey,
not. I'm not mad at that decision. I gotta say
Well,
though,
once
it
you
was.
get in, oh, you speak, you back, you here, because I
I've
came
been
to
here
you
the whole
earlier. I came
time.
to you early.
Oh, did
I
you?
came to you earlier, but you didn't respond.
Oh
So,
man, my bad. I don't know what happened with my internet.
Chat,
But
Magnus.
huh?
Thanks for having me on. I'm gonna get back in the chat, yo. Peace, y'all.
Hey,
listen,
peace,
man.
Ronald Finkley. Thanks for coming in, champ.
Peace, Ronald.
One, bro.
I think it was I think it was a good fight, man. I enjoyed the fight. I feel I
I
criticized
think it
both
was sloppy.
fighters though.
I
I
think it was
criticized
sloppy.
action packed fight, but I do feel like the issue with the fight was my criticism. I got criticisms for both fighters, and that's the fact that Josh Taylor thought he was gonna walk through this guy, and this guy pieced him up. But the fact that this dude did piece him up, he did have him hurt. He didn't try to get him out of there. He said on the sidelines for an undisputed shot. Like this dude could have had 4 titles if he turned on the gas,
Yeah.
and he chose not to do so. So he fought spectacularly in spots. And you don't let guys like Josh Taylor get any type of momentum whatsoever. And that's what he allowed him to do. And so I'm not mad at the decision. And there was a lot of swing rounds. You know what I mean? I could care less who won the fight as long as the scorecards were close because they deserved to be. But yeah, man, like 140 is wide the fuck open because I mean we got Gary Russell fighting tonight. We got Love. We got Haney might move up, Teal might move up. You know what I'm saying? Crying Ryan might move up, and for all the bullshit that he be pulling outside of the ring, inside the ring once he's in them ropes, he's
Yeah.
not a bad
140
fighter.
could be ridiculous.
Yeah,
140
it
could
could
look
be.
ridiculous in
It
year
could be
two.
lit, man.
So let me ask you a question at 140. Did I lose my question? So, where you thought the fight was pretty good. So do you think who you think Josh Taylor should fight next?
I think I agree with who was speaking prior
Ron
to me.
Fresh.
Well, yeah, yo, I tell you what, RF. Hold on 1 second. All right. FRESH. Yo, yeah, he was dropping some jewels because he made some points that I didn't even think about. And I'll tell you what, I put it like this. I think that maybe he is weight drained at 147. And I feel like he thought he could just run through this guy. And I
Well,
feel
he
like
said, hold up. He said he wasn't. He said his issue was he had no problems making a weight, but he said he did have problems perhaps preparing properly because of his knee. That's his own words in the post-fight.
Right. But what I've noticed of late is guys like Callum Smith, who was making 168 and they're moving up to 175 and putting dudes into seizures. You know what I'm saying? Like it sometimes that's where the money's at, and you're not gonna downplay on the business side that you can't make a certain weight when that's where the dough at. So I mean, I feel like maybe he's a big guy for 140. No matter what anyone says, has he competed well at that Has he done what he had to do at 140? Absolutely, became undisputed. Did he do what he had to do tonight? I guess you could say to an extent, but he thought this dude was he was gonna whitewash this guy. This guy came to fight at moments, you know what I'm saying, and then just and took his foot off the gas. Just the way that.
Huh? Yeah. Boxing Source, Ron Boy Fresh, you still there?
Yeah.
He just cut
Yeah,
off.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
His 1, 2, we can't hear you.
Yeah, his audio ain't going.
Yeah. So what y'all say?
I mean, like I said, I mean, I'd be interested to see what Taylor's next move is.
And but we got to understand also, even though Top Rank couldn't get the Barboza and Tiafimo fight done, it might be a opening where they just be like, fuck it, and throw Josh and Tio in the mix.
Oh, you mean Josh Taylor versus Teofimo?
Yeah.
Well, I mean that was going to be part of the plan,
but he got
before
beat.
Tio lost to Kambosos.
Right.
They wanted to get undisputed at 135 and undisputed at 140, but
But
Kambosos just beat
ESPN,
the
you gotta realize that ESPN like Teofimo Lopez. This is not a Top Rank thing. This is the ESPN thing, and they might be like, look, we like Josh and we like Tio, and remember in Teofimo contract he had 2 pay-per-views. And this might be the one where they be like, we know that Josh came off a questionable decision. If he don't want to do the rematch with Catterall, we got to bring him to Vegas and him and Teofimo can fight.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be. I just think the best fight for Josh next should be a quick turnaround with Jack Catterall in Vegas, not in the UK. Nowhere out in the UK. It needs to be in Vegas, or maybe New York. Maybe yeah, my bad. Or it can be in the MSG. That'll do damn good.
Why you think it needs to be in the Las Vegas, and not up there?
I mean, because Josh been out Las Vegas a few times. He cool out there, but MSG might be more. It's easier to get the MSG from the UK to Vegas, so it's a little different. So MSG will do good, but it cannot be out in the UK. It just can't be. I mean, even though Catterall is from the UK, but Glasgow, I know the fight was in Glasgow. I just don't think. I think it's the man got robbed. In my opinion, he got robbed. So they need to get the fuck up out of there. Bring that shit to the States.
So you think
that's
Catterall lost too? You do think Catterall lost?
Yeah, I mean, no. I said he got robbed. I think I had it 115, I had it 115, 112 for Jack Catterall, but I don't. I think they need to bring this fight, rematch it in the States, in the MSG or Vegas. But I forgot about MSG. So the Brits love that MSG shit because it's close. New York is close to way closer.
Got you.
And then Top Rank got ties to MSG, so you go ahead and make that fight in the MSG. That should do good numbers because they will travel. So the people that's out there will travel to the MSG, and the same people like me, I go to that fight. And you put you put some heads under that undercard. You got Edgar Berlanga, throw him on the undercard. You got a lot of shit you can do.
Got you. Okay. Well, that is a good discussion. Well, we got to see what Josh Taylor does after tonight because he wasn't that impressive, but yet he is still the undisputed champion at the 140 division. So congratulations to Josh Taylor. I'm sure it'll be a lot of talk about him tonight and tomorrow. And hey, this was a good get back show, y'all. Thanks, Ron Boy, for coming on the
Come
joint,
on, Slim.
man.
I don't know why I don't get I don't know why I don't get your notifications because you be dropping some shit, don't you?
I haven't dropped shit in like 2 weeks.
All right, cool. I know I wasn't tripping. All right, cool. All right, got you. All right.
I ain't dropped shit in 2 weeks. I've been
All
away.
right, got you. That's probably it. All right, okay, cool. I know I
uninspired
wasn't
by
tripping.
boxing lately, but I
Yeah,
still
it's all
sometimes
good.
get.
I know
Uh,
you be on whatchamacallit show on Coach show, so it's cool.
yeah, no, I still keep my eyes to the ground.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
just ain't been doing a
And
lot
we
more.
still gotta link up, but then COVID hit and shit.
I know, right? I know you facts. Well, nigga, I'm everywhere.
Yeah, well, man, I'm everywhere. What the fuck you talking about?
I'm everywhere, man.
Yeah,
Man,
I know.
I
Ain't
don't
nothing.
know.
Hey,
I don't know
hey,
Wrong Boy
source can tell
everywhere.
you. Source can tell.
I know
Source can tell
Myron
you I'm
everywhere,
all over the
man.
DMV.
Man, Myron, man. We be out there by that spot where
On
main man
H.
Paul's
Nate man
Church.
is at.
Oh, you be out there now?
I'll be everywhere, dude. But I'll
Oh, all
be.
right.
Well, I mean, seriously, I'll be everywhere. So yeah, you know, I will be everywhere. But
Yeah,
hey, that was the show. Boxing Source, thanks for coming on, man. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get
yeah.
it's 8:20. I'm gonna go get tidy and all this shit. Probably wash my face and all this shit, and see if I am gonna go live for this next fight. So I'm gonna have to make my decision. I need to charge my fucking iPad if I am to do so. So thanks for coming on, champ. Thank you everybody for coming on. Listen to the show, the last minute low blow boxing show. So we just instant analysis for the Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor undisputed matchup that we just saw, where we saw a very, very lackluster Josh Taylor um, in a fight versus Jack Catterall that many people believe Jack Catterall won. Okay, so hey, that's how the ball goes. We're gonna see what goes from here, and I will see y'all the next show. Boxing Source, let them know how to find you, baby.
I have the YouTube page, The Boxing Source. Look it up. Do podcast live on YouTube Sunday evenings. You'll have a video up in reference to the fight. It's might be a little bit hilarious. So it's pretty much saying that that Taylor got cooked. But yeah, just hit up The Boxing Source on YouTube.
Absolutely. And if y'all don't know, the Boxing Source is a bona fide, media contact. He does media interviews. You know what I'm saying? At the press conference, at least the virtual ones and all of that. Boxing Source's ears is to the ground, low as it can get. He knows everything going on. So that is the man, and I trust him as a good source for everything. Y'all, thanks for showing up. All right, we out of here. And who knows, I will either go live for the fight or I might go live again after the fights we see tonight to see what's popping and see how the boxing world reacts. Peace and pugilism to all. One love, and I'm out. And thank you to the Boxing Source, y'all.
Peace and
Peace and
pugilism.
pugilism. We synchronized.